As we jump into the first kickoff, you'll see the immediate kickoff coming from AZT Rally going up against Kylie. Goes straight back over into the orange, and Spicy Mayo not able to get up and get the connection. Boogie trying to set something up, and it rolls away over the midfield line back over to where AZT Rally wants to try and set something up but doesn't quite hit the connection. Mayo floundering a little bit over here on the ground, not quite able to find himself in front of the ball. And now it's Boogie trying to see if he'll be able to slip something past into the net. Gets a tap on the defender just to see if it'll slip by, but it's held strong, and you see still no goals being scored. A breakaway starting to come out, but Boogie just going to give it a little bit of extra aerial movement and get it out of the way. Spicy Mayo trying to block the shot, will be able to, and now Boogie limited boost, but is going to be able to redirect this back over towards the midfield. Kylie can't quite get that connection, and Mayo has to come through to try and connect, but it's just AZT Rally hammering it in from around 30 meters in front of the goal, and he's just going to smack it in. Great job from him, and Kylie just cannot get back in time to hit it away. 1-0. And a first minute expired of gameplay. Back over to Boogie, trying to see if he can slip it past. Does actually win the fight. And Kylie being a little gentle with this one, wants to see if they can get it away, and oh no! Neither of the KO defenders able to find their way in front of that ball. You can tell just a little too nervous about hitting it in on their own accord, and they allow it to slip over. Would have actually rolled him without the help of Boogie, but he gets there just to slam it over the line. Boogie meeting up against Mayo in the midfield. AZT grabs control of the ball early, can't find a way into net, but Kylie trying just to get it away, rolls it along that line and back over towards this corner. And now just fighting out against Boogie, trying to deny any sort of follow-up shot. And AZT finds the ball, finds a shot, and smacks in a hat-trick lead to go up 3-0 in the first game. A very strong showing here in the first 90 seconds. Back into a fourth kickoff. We've got 3 uncontested right now for the Dippin' Dots side, and you can see Mayo was trying to get that one away. AZT can't quite find the shot into the net, and now Mayo trying to see if he'll be allowed to clear this out of his own end. Only 28 boost, and the full in mid taken away by AZT, but he's able to get it past the first. Can't quite deny Boogie from getting a follow-up hit, but does manage to get off that wall, get a touch on the ball, and now with a pass from the teammate, Kylie gets it to him, but he can't find a shot into net in time, and that's AZT able to stabilize the ball. Back over onto the left wall, and now Kylie looking to see if he can get this away. Right now not able to, and it's just AZT Rally coming through again to smack another one into the top left of net. And that will be a 4-0 lead for Dippin' Dots right off the bat. Mayo goes up, gets the initial touch, but met by Boogie, and now it's over to this right wall. Kylie looking to clear it away, but AZT meeting. That's a lob back over towards the ceiling, and no connection from Mayo forces Boogie away from it. So now Kylie with a shot, flips a little too early, finds herself in a little bit of an unfortunate angle, and that'll be right back over towards AZT Rally, who's just going to be seeing if he can get it past these defenders. Trying to get it past one, does, but it's off the crossbar, straight over to Boogie, who can't get it under that top crossbar himself. But now you are going to see it's just shot after shot ringing out for the Dippin' Dots side. And as this shot continues to just bounce over towards the box, Mayo does manage to get himself up there, insert himself into the play. And now you're going to be seeing AZT takes a shot off the wall, Kylie to intercept, and now wants to just try and play it out of the end. And oh, it's AZT to catch it on that back wall. Over now to the left blue corner. Find ourselves with Boogie just trying to deny any sort of shot. It's going to be left gingerly in front of that net, and AZT now looking to just try and take it into the goal, but Kylie not going to allow it, killing that ball low, and Boogie going to be able to slip it over into the orange corner. Mayo trying to get that ball out, still not going to be able to. Boogie tries to follow through with a tight little pogo shot there just along the line, forces a double commit out of these defenders, and now we are going to be seeing it's AZT in a 1v1 here against Kylie in the corner. Just ends up going through to carry that ball across the line. Mayo manages to kill it high. With only 75 seconds, it's still a 4-goal lead. Going to be hit back over towards mid. And now it's going to be up this wall. Rally wanting to see if he can get that over towards mid. Can't quite get the extra touch. But Boogie going to be back just to try and steer this ball away. Killing some time. Of course, it is 4-0. They're perfectly happy just to kill out the clock. And they're actually going to be able to get that ball past both. Forces both orange defenders back. Mayo can't get an initial touch. But Kylie comes through with a follow-up. And now on the right wall. Goes high. AZT wanting to see if he can get back onto it, actually decides to fall away, and Kylie just going to clear that back over into the corner. 30 seconds, and still nothing found here from the KO side. It's back over towards the orange corner, and now Kylie wants to try and hit it away, can't quite. And now Mayo wanting to try and chase this ball down, finds AZT in front of the net, Kylie, but cannot clear that shot away. It's 4 on net for him, and he has sunk in every single one of them. AZT Rally, a great job at capitalizing onto all of these opportunities, and a great job to Boogie as well for just opening up so many. Both of those players just so comfortable going in, taking the ball, and just forcing these mechanical mistakes out of the KO side. And there we go, another high wall shot just to smack in a 6th right near the end. The final 7 seconds. And then we will be seeing in game 2, will KO be able to try to come back, try to find something to get themselves their first goal in the series, or are we going to see Dippin' Dots continue to run away with it and transition into a 2-0 lead? For now, they find the first, and in a minute we'll find out how the second game is going to start. Hopping into game number 2, it's going to be interesting to see how this one starts off. You could see KO starting to adjust to the aggression midway through that game, but at that point the lead was too strong to overcome. Can they come through to find their first goal of the series? The kickoff keeps the ball mid. AZT looking just to capitalize fast, and Mayo no boost to get back in time for that. Finds Dippin' Dots once again. First lead of the game, and they just do it in such a dominating fashion. 4 seconds is all it takes, and they just hammer that one over the midfield line and straight into the box. You can see Mayo just missing that boost in the orange corner, and it happens again. Nobody able to deny the shot, and that's where, when you're KO, you gotta be saying to yourself, okay, we have missed this boost trying to go for it 2 times now. We need to play back, wait in the goal, just try to make sure they can't deliver a goal straight over the line right off the bat. Just grab those small pads, use that to fill yourself up, and try to fight back in. But right now, a 2-goal lead found, and we've only exhausted 10 seconds. But Kylie will deliver in another one, using up only 6 to get it back in. And just like that, the goal lead shrinks to 1 as the first goal for KO found after 8 straight for Dippin' Dots. Gonna be met in the midfield. Mayo able to win that one out. Gets it back over into the blue corner immediately, and AZT just wants to play this slow. Try to play it patient and just try to clear it away as fast as possible. A double commit on defense leads to that ball being pinched over towards the wall. And now Boogie able to get one additional hit just to get it back over into the orange. Trying to center it up. Cannot quite do it. And that is going to lead Boogie back over to just fight over here against Mayo, but AZT had the same idea. They did not want to double commit onto that, but they have by accident, and now Kylie, able to smack in a second, has a wide open net, and you could tell there Boogie trying to fake off the ball, trying to just throw these defenders off, and gives them the opportunity to slip it by and place it into an open box. So we find ourselves equalized. 53 seconds is what it takes. And Boogie now going to try to clear it away. Hits it straight into Mayo, who deep into the blue will send it. And now he's just looking to see if he'll be allowed to center it up. Not going to be able to, and AZT fully recharging this boost. Finds the ball over on this wall, wants to try and play it off, can't get the initial touch. And now Mayo's looking to play it out. No boost, so has to play it slowly. Gets demoed for the effort. And now Kylie sees AZT coming in with a shot, and it's not going to go in off the initial hit, but it rolls along the crossbar, goes along that goal line, and centers itself straight up for Boogie, who will give it the final touch it needs. Kylie was there trying to find some way to adjust that car over in front of the incoming ball, but was not able to do it. AZT finding it once again, looking to try and flick this one in. It finds itself just high of net, and Boogie comes through to roll it over the line again, actually pinching that through both of the defenders. We'll see that one more time here on the replay. It was a bump, actually, with Mayo unexpectedly driving in, bumping Kylie out of the way, and that will lead to the ball rolling over the line, and with it, a 2-goal lead found once again for the Blue. Now it's Boogie on this wall, trying to see if he can get a center back over to AZT. Right now, they are just playing this aggressively, trying to see how many goals they can try and smack in before this game's conclusion. Of course, with a 2-goal lead, you can afford to use one of them just being aggressive and playing this ball away. AZT hammers a shot to the top right. It's denied by Mayo. A follow-through shot's going to go just high and ricochets off of that crossbar, denying itself and keeping the 2-goal lead from expanding into 3. It's back over in front of the Blue goal this time, where Mayo wants to try and set something up. It's a little too high, and Kylie tries to come through and connect, but cannot find the shot. AZT with a wide open box, and he'll just take his time to deliver it, because he knows that no one can get back in time. Kylie gonna demo him after time, just as a little bit of an act of revenge, but a nicely placed shot off a clean breakaway leads to a 5-2 lead. Not even at the halftime mark yet. We've seen 7 goals here in Game 2. Dippin' Dots in a very commanding lead. KO had managed to get 2 back to equalize, but since then it's been an uncontested hat trick to get right back into the driver's seat here for the Blue side. And right there, a 4th gonna go over the line as well, just to dominate even further. As you can see right now, it is tough for KO just to block off the onslaught of shots coming their way, as Boogie and AZT just doing such a good job at pressuring, and forcing the mistakes out of these orange side players. You can definitely see the nerves getting to them. You can see the rushed flips, the rushed shots, and I mean right there you can see it again, just trying to get outside their comfort zone to find something to get this game back in their favor. But when you keep going more and more outside your comfort zone, you are going to find yourself in a scenario that you are certainly not comfortable with. And I think that's what we are definitely seeing right now from KO. The aggressive playstyle just not working out, but they're able to find another goal, their first of the second half. And maybe this is what they need to try and transition in to equalizing this game. They need 3 more, but with 104 seconds, it is definitely plausible. Back over into the kickoff. AZT up against Kylie. Goes over into the Blue slightly, and Mayo trying to rush that ball. Finds a demo onto Boogie. So leaving the ball towards this wall again. Kylie doesn't quite hit the connection. Mayo trying to follow this through, and rolls it off the hood to get it straight over in front of the net, where AZT and Boogie can start to play it away. It's down over towards the box. Kylie gonna try to flick it away. Does now find it over towards this right wall, and Kylie looking just to try and play it out past AZT. Gets it past him, but cannot deny Boogie. That ball going to fling itself high and deep into the orange, where now a clean center over in front of the net is just going to lead to a 7-3 lead, as Dippin' Dots are just steamrolling right now their way through game number 2. They are hungry for a 3-0 victory. They want to get themselves back up to a positive scoreline, and they know that they are so close to making it happen. Straight over into the orange half. KO going to have to try to find something to deny, but with the time going lower and lower and a demo coming through onto these orange defenders as well, the goal lead is just going to expand over here for Dippin' Dots, and unfortunately for the side of the orange, it is not looking too plausible to get back into this one. They would need about a goal every 10 seconds now to have a chance. And the kickoff going the way of the Dippin' Dots boys. It's back over to this orange corner, trying to set up something over off of the crossbar, but AZT playing it patient. Just willing to kill time here, so if a counterattack does start to get underway, you can see right now they'll just go for these booming shots, take some extra time, and try to set up an extra shot if they can. Boogie finding it over in the corner, actually touching it a little past AZT, denying that center. But unfortunately for KO, it doesn't really seem like this is going to transition into too much on the offense. AZT able to avoid a demo and to get his hands back on this ball. Boogie trying to see if he'll be able to smack it over the line, but Mayo finding full possession, a wide open net, gets a fourth in, but now you're seeing an 8-4 lead, and it is just Dippin' Dots looking too far away to get back into this one. KO. They tried to get as close as possible, but Dippin' Dots pulling further and further away. Just proved to be too much, and now they gotta look in game number 3. Are they going to be able to get themselves on the right track and pull off a reverse sweep, or are we going to see a crisp 3-0 victory? We'll see you guys in 60 seconds where we find out how game number 3 is gonna start. Dippin' Dots have had a very strong showing throughout games 1 and 2, forcing mistake after mistake out of KO. Is the orange side going to be able to tighten their grasp on their mechanics and get themselves back into this match? Or are we going to see once again another steamroll coming out of Dippin' Dots straight over into the orange corner? Mayo wants to play it away. AZT not going to allow it. Kylie trying to deny any further contestant, but it's just leading back over to Mayo. He finds a shot at net and it goes high, but somehow AZT able to get an extra touch there to save it away. What a good job from him, just redirecting it away to deny that first goal. Boogie trying to catch it over off of a clear, and now just looking to see if he can delay this a bit so that the blue side can get back, regroup, and clear this away. He does, and AZT's able to reinsert himself back over into the orange corner, and now it's being dropped over in front of this net. A mistake coming out of KO, but coming out of Dippin' Dots as well, and they're not able to capitalize onto the shot. It's back over to Kylie, back over in front of the net. And Mayo trying to tap this one away. Taps it high. AZT follows through with a pass over to his teammate, but Boogie not able to get there in time, not able to connect. And you're seeing Mayo trying to set up something here for Kylie, but with no boost, has to play back, trying to go back and deny that shot, but again, with zero boost, he cannot get there. And AZT finally able to hammer one over the line to get a 1-0 lead. It takes a minute 17 in this game, a little bit different than what we've seen in the past few. Mayo tries to go through, gets a fast shot away, but Boogie going for a slower kickoff, able to redirect it back over towards this orange net straight off the bat, and Mayo cannot get up onto that wall in a position to hit it away, so has to play off. Is able to eventually start booming it down the field, but now you're seeing AZT finding this ball, trying just to set it up, goes for the double touch, not able to hit it, but you gotta respect the effort, and Boogie is gonna come through just to hammer it over the line. So a 2-goal lead found off the bat from the Dippin' Dots. We saw KO equalize this once before, and you're going to have to see if they can do it again. It's back over towards the midfield line. The kickoff happens, and now you're seeing Boogie just going to be allowed to smack it over. And KO allowing the hat trick to be scored once again, a hat trick lead. And Dippin' Dots just looking in firm control of this game. Kylie in position to now go for this kickoff. They have to try to get something off of these kickoffs. again, they are going back over for that corner boost, and while that's initially a play that is what most teams go for, we've seen that KO has not had much success going for that sort of kickoff, and you gotta wonder, is that sort of reluctance to change just sticking to what you know should work and has worked for you in the past? Is that what's giving them trouble here? Because Dippin' Dots, they're just showing a level of performance that it seems like KO is not accustomed to. And they are trying their best to try and just stabilize something here. But no goals scored yet. Still the first of 3 necessary to find. Kylie booming it back over into the blue. And Boogie wants to try and play this off the wall. Kylie finding a potential shot, but EZT getting it there and blocking it off before it can get underway. 8 boost for him, though. Has to try and get a little fancy here against Mayo. Does manage to get it over towards the wall. And Boogie trying to chase this one. A hit from Kylie to hit it back over into this orange corner. Now you're seeing AZT just looking to center something up. Kylie hits it away. Mayo wants to try and follow this through. Can't get a touch on it. Kylie to follow. She can't get a touch on it either. And now you're seeing AZT left with the ball once again in the midfield, uncontested. Mayo trying to get back to deny, and he will. Gets it away from the net, hammering it over towards that midfield line, but still, we're about to enter the final 100 seconds, and you can see there have still been no goals scored from KO, and it looks like, unfortunately, a 4th is about to be scored against them. AZT coming through to capitalize off of a nice pass through from Boogie just to drop it over in front of the net, and nobody there to contest the shot, so 100, oops, sorry. We're going to have 97 seconds left to play with. And the ball deep into the orange off the kickoff. Killed high. Kylie just wants to look and play this away, but Mayo not going to allow it initially. AZT perhaps trying to set up some sort of pass, but Boogie is going to have to reinsert himself into this play to try and get it away. Kylie trying to look for some sort of shot off that wall, not able to find it. AZT just going to boom the ball downfield. It's not on, but it's going to roll over in center. He sees that, lines up the shot, and hammers across a hat trick for him for a 5-0 lead. And with only 68 seconds left, no goals on the board. Unfortunately for KO, that might be akin to ringing the dinner bell, because it seems like, unfortunately, this meal is almost over. A 6th. 6-0. Just shot after shot coming through. No denials coming out of the KO side. They just can't find out how to line themselves up to deny these angles. And it is just leading into goal after goal. AZT looping back around. It's an opportunity for Mayo, but going to be shut down immediately. The blue side trying to turn this around right on its head, and Mayo denies a 7th. It's back over towards this right wall. AZT finding himself with the ball, flicking it over towards net. Finds the crossbar, and now Kylie looking just to play this over off the right wall. Getting it deep over into the blue, getting bumped slightly, and now this ball going to be found back over on the blue wall, but 30 seconds left, and unfortunately KO, they leave the goal open. It's another easily sunken shot from Boogie, and a 7-0 lead is what we find ourselves in now. Dippin' Dots just looking to close it out the same way they came into it, and that is through dominating force. And that is definitely something we have seen throughout the game today. Mayo finds the ball, but 20 seconds, and with 7 goals to try and equalize, it is looking done and dusted, and they're looking to make it an 8th as well, and there it is. 8-0. Not really too much else you can say when you see that scoreline, except, you know, they're going to be able to look back on this game, KO. They're going to be able to see the situations that didn't go their way, the situations where maybe they should have aggressed something, shouldn't have aggressed something. They'll be able to learn a lot from this one and still try to come back into next week of IGL looking to get the start of that equalization on their record. There's still plenty of time for them to make it into playoffs, but for now, Dippin' Dots is going to show who is the boss between these two teams.